Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Not all must-own fragrances are created equally. And today I'm going to be making that point. I've got 25 different men's fragrances, all of them designers, and all of them can be considered must-owns. But some of these are truly absolute essentials that you have to own. If you don't, you're gonna look like this dude. No thank you. So we're gonna be talking about those, the essentials, but also working our way down to number 25 of the 25 fragrances, which could be considered more like a strong supporting cast. Maybe not necessarily the star of the show, but still something that pulls its weight. And the 25 scents up for ranking today are these little beauties right here, all 25 of them. They'll also be linked in the description in case you want to check them out down there. Number 25, starting off extremely strongly, in my opinion, the new Mugler Amen Phantasm. Now, even though this is in 25th place, don't think of that as a bad thing. Again, strong supporting cast. You know, they give those awards out in the Oscars. Best supporting actor or actress. Yeah, it's so important. And Phantasm is solid. It brings back the Mugler Amen line, thankfully, because it's been dead or had been dead for so long. And it's not necessarily like changing anything in a huge way. It's not rewriting the history books. It's, you know, kind of similar to Pure Tonka. Yeah, kind of bring Pure Tonka back, give it a little twist, a little change, a little bit, and give it a new name. The Phantasm, which it sounds a little ghostly for some reason, but we take what we can get. Number 24, gonna go with Mont Blanc Explorer. Now, it's a solid scent, extremely easy to wear, inexpensive for the most part, assuming that you're shopping at discounters, extremely versatile, and also fairly similar to a fragrance that we all know, Ventus. So it's one of those scents that gives you extreme versatility, ease of use, all of that stuff, compliment factor, absolutely. The only reason that maybe it's down here in the supporting cast is because it is a fragrance DNA that has been done, we'll say. Number 23, gonna go with Coach for Men. Not a bad fragrance. It's solid, it's well done, it's affordable, and it has a decent bottle. That's not really important at the end of the day, but it doesn't hurt. Because I know for a lot of people out there, your average Joes and stuff, they do want it to look nice when they put it up on their cabinet, their armoire, their car. They just leave it in there like a psychopath, I don't know. Wherever you put your bottles. Blue fragrance usability, a little bit similar to Jimmy Choo Man, although most people between those two would choose Coach for Men. A solid, versatile, easy wearing scent. 22, gonna go with Dylan Blue. Now this is one where I could see some people getting up in arms because Dylan Blue has a strong cult following. Or maybe not a cult following, it's a good seller. So less this kind of cult, more this kind of cult. But like the fragrances I just mentioned, Dylan Blue does a lot of those same things. Bottle, nice looking. Cheap, yes. Versatile, yes. Compliment puller, yes. And in actuality, I do think that Dylan Blue is one of the best bang for your buck blue fragrances, period. If you're looking to not spend too much money, assuming you're shopping at discounters, and you're looking for something that has versatility year round with compliment factor, it does those things. The only reason it's down here is because there are some unholy hitters coming up, like some massive, humongous releases. So it's not down here with the supporting cast because it's not good. This is like J.K. Simmons, okay? Like it's coming out and you're like, oh, this is gonna be good. But you know, it's not the same as like, I don't know, Tom Cruise or something. That was a weird analogy. You get what I'm saying, right? And then number 21, before we head into the next tier, Hero Eau de Parfum from Burberry. Hero Eau de Parfum is sick. Like as far as the Hero lineup, to me, still the best one. They've come out with flankers after that one that have just not hit the same way for me. It's still got that like, that cedar woody aspect from the original, from the Eau de Toilette, but now it's richer, it's a little bit deeper, it has more complexity. Fantastic for fall and winter time. Nice little touch of sweetness without going full bore sugary sweet. Now we're moving up into the next tier, the next 10, 20 to 11. These are gonna be those rotation work horses. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily year round. Some of these are more fall, winter, some are more spring, summer. But now we're talking about some of those fragrances that when they get a hold of you, you just keep going for them. Some of this stuff really just hits. A lot of them are very strong. They're attention grabbers, just great stuff. Number 20, and this one pains me because I want to move it up higher, is Eros Eau de Parfum. It is a monster fragrance. Like Eros, if we're talking the EDT, the EDP, or the Parfum, or Flame for that matter, you can use them about whenever you want. Obviously, as I've said, not just clubbing fragrances. I wore it to work all the time and it worked amazing. You get longevity with it, you get projection with it, you can control that, you know, depending on how many sprays you do. You can be extremely loud with this fragrance, or you can rein it in a little bit. And when you do, in the air, stupid good. And yet, 20th. Number 19, Spice Bomb Extreme. More of a fall winter time fragrance because it's strong. It is strong, it's powerful, it's long lasting. It's got a nice spicy pop off the top, just like the original Spice Bomb, but with this one with a smoother black vanilla in there that I think actually elevates the fragrance overall. Little expensive compared to some of the other fragrances on the list, but not terribly so. And this one, basically, ever since it came out, has been like one of the quintessential wintertime fragrances. Like when people are talking about beast mode, long lasting, this, that, and the other, it always gets brought up. You know what else always gets brought up? These codes right here. Got some new ones for JOMASHOP, so beware of that. They do change every quarter. They also only function within the app. So if you have a phone, you can download the JOMASHOP app and use those codes. And then you will pay slightly less money. Take that money, put it towards a Happy Meal. Also have codes for a multitude of other shops as well. Now the Gift Express codes, look bros, I've gotten a lot of emails from you guys. Some of you saying it works great, others saying it don't work great at all. So I have asked Gift Express, like, what is the deal? And they say, oh, it's normal. Everything is good as God. The codes are here, right? 15% and 10%. There's two right now, as of now. Think they're wanting to drop the 15%. Get this, when they gave the better code, people used it. But anyway, these codes right now, some people have said that when they try to use the code, it does not work. But then if they go in incognito mode and use the code, it does work. So just be aware, if you have an issue where you're like trying to use the code and it's not working for some reason, you're not alone, but you can try the incognito mode thing, see if that works. Because every time I try to like use the code, it works. But then some other people are like, it doesn't work. So obviously there's something going on. Number 18, the One Eau de Parfum. I love the One Eau de Parfum. I think it is one of the best smelling designer fragrances that has ever fragranced. It is warm, it is the sweet, it is the spicy, it is the tobacco-y, it is the complimenty. Get her. The performance is average, but I don't care. I think it smells so good that you gotta have it. And you could say, well, no, man, it's been out for a while, so you know, the DNA doesn't work like it used to. It does, okay? It still works, it smells amazing, it still grabs attention, and it is one of the most magnetic fragrances out there. And when I say that, I mean it's that type of fragrance that when you catch a whiff in the air or somebody else catches a whiff in the air, they kind of want to come in and take another whiff. Next up, Stronger With You Parfum. There are many Stronger With You fragrances at this point, absolutely, intensely, the original, only, freeze, rest in peace, Parfum, sandalwood, oud, leather, amber. They just keep coming. Like there are a bunch, and there will continue to be a bunch, I suppose. And Parfum is quite a good one. The main issue with this one is for some people, maybe it's not quite unique enough compared to some of the other Stronger With Yous. If you're a big fan of the line, that probably doesn't matter as much, but for people who want maybe like one or two, a lot of the Stronger With Yous can somewhat run together. Not that they all smell the exact same, of course, but they are all kind of playing by the same playbook, right? Other than like Freeze, which is discontinued and only. Still, really well done, a little bit more mature, while still having that Stronger With You DNA and of course, good performances. From there, we move on to an elixir fragrance. This one in particular, a Bad Boy elixir. Not to be confused with Bad Boy Cobalt elixir. That's a different elixir entirely. Interesting when you have a line with like multiple elixirs within itself. Huh. So Bad Boy Elixir, this one a newer release. I think it's actually very well done. And as far as the Bad Boy DNA, going back to like the original Bad Boy, as far as that DNA goes, I think Bad Boy Elixir is my favorite of the bunch. Nice sweetness, good performance, big compliment puller, easy to wear. Next we have one that could be a little iffy. Some people could think it needs to be much higher. Other people are gonna be like, no, put that much lower. So instead, it's somewhere in the middle. Terre d'Hermes. We're talking about the original Terre d'Hermes when I say that, not one of the newer flankers. I did think about putting Ogivre in here, but I didn't want to have two Terre d'Hermeses, so I stuck with just the original. Now, for me, this is a must-own. It's like a quintessential gentlemanly fragrance. Very versatile, great vetiver in there, this kind of flintiness, a little bit of earthiness, nice orange note off the top. But other people are gonna find that flintiness to be off-putting. They're not gonna like that earthiness, that kind of soil note that's in there. They're not gonna dig that. The orange, a little bit too dirty for some people. And as well, vetiver, woody notes, you know, sometimes that just doesn't jive with people. So I went ahead and put it here in the middle. I think it's one that you definitely need to know about, you need to try it, you need to smell it, with the understanding that yes, even if you don't like it, it is considered kind of a masterpiece, but you need to try it. Because if it does work for you, amazing. If it doesn't, at least you know how it smells and you know it's not for you. After that one, 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne. This is a fragrance that I feel like has been rumored as being discontinued or about to be discontinued or on the chopping block for, I don't know, years at this point, but it's still around. It's still here. You can find it on Sephora, you can find it on discounters, so knock on wood, it's still gonna be here for a while. Knock on wood again, just to be safe. I love 1 Million Lucky. It perfectly captures like this meeting of seasons, this meeting of styles, and kind of just puts it right together. So you could wear it during fall and winter, you could wear it during spring and summer, you can do both of those things or all four of those things. Because the scent is that mixture of fresh and sweet. You know, it's got some airiness, some aldehydes, it's got some deeper sweetness in there, that plum as it dries down. It smells quite unique, even to today, and has good performance as well. So it's just that type of fragrance that ticks pretty much all the boxes. It's good stuff. After that one, Scandal Absolu by Jean Paul Gaultier. I love Scandal Absolu. This stuff is friggin' fantastic. It is good. The note breakdown sucks. The note breakdown is 3 notes. It's kind of offensive. Why you think I'm so stupid that I can only, you're okay, you got me. It's hard to remember more than 3 notes. But the 3 notes that it does have are good. It's got that Mirabelle plum off the top, really sweet, attention grabbing, decently unique, while still kind of playing in the wheelhouse of some other big fragrances out there. Nice chestnut note as well as it starts to dry down, some woodiness. I think it's the best of the Scandal line for me. It's like the pinnacle. If I could take just one right now, it'd be that one. And it is just outside the top 10, just a smidge outside. Also just outside the top 10, and this one I'm kind of, I'm feeling iffy about. Feeling like, maybe I should bump that up a little bit, but we're gonna roll with it. Prada L'Homme Intense. The issue is when you get fragrances that are like this strong, you start to get up towards the top 15, man. A lot of those are just kind of like, they're right there. Like on any given day, you would move this one here, move that one here, move this one here. Like, so yeah, Prada L'Homme Intense. Really, really good. It was hard to find for a while in the US, man. It just kind of poofed out of existence and then popped back up again, so I'm not complaining. Takes that fresh, kind of soapy, powdery iris from the original Prada L'Homme, typical Prada style. Makes it a little more masculine. Adds that leather in, gives it a nice boost in performance and just overall quality. Good stuff. Number 11, Le Male Elixir. So this is another one where it's right there. Another one where you put this in the top 5, I'm not complaining. It's similar to Le Male Le Parfum, so really kind of similar scent structure with this one. Good performance, nice honeyed sweetness, very deep, rich, a little bit classy, sexy. Number 10, we are in the top 10, and these are the essentials. Absolute essentials. And it covers a few different styles here, some popular styles, but all of these are some of the best in those styles. So number 10, the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum by Azzaro. This one a little bit similar to Stronger With You. Nice price point at full retail. It has gone up in price, so yeah. Still, it's priced well, you know, compared to most other things at full retail, but it has gone up. So one of those things where you're like, oh, that's not too bad. It used to be how much though? Huh. How long ago was that? Oh, 1 year ago. Huh. Okay. douche. And this is one of those ones, like I said, a very popular style, very popular makeup of fragrance, that Stronger With You-esque styling. But one of the best as far as compliments, performance, versatility during fall and winter, all that. Number 9 is gonna be Coral Fantasy. When it comes to Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, that line, possibly more than any other line out there nowadays, accomplishes that melding of fresh and sweet together better than just about anyone, like I just said. That is really their strong point. That's their forte. They're giving you something easy to wear that you can pull off in spring, fall, summer, or winter, depending on how much you spray on, and it just crushes, absolutely crushes. In the air, this stuff is lights out. With this one, it's the apple and the tobacco. That's what people keep coming back for, one of the best. 8. Profundo, Acqua di Gio Profundo. Of course, by Giorgio Armani. The Eau de Parfum specifically. I think the Parfum, what's the word I'm looking for? Sucks. And then the Eau de Toilette is fine. It's not bad. It's very fresh, but that is the type of fragrance I feel like that is one that you probably want to wait for at discounters, because I feel like with it being an Eau de Toilette, it's probably going to go down price-wise a little bit more than like the Eau de Parfum. And I think just overall, if you're looking for only one, the Eau de Parfum is still the best bet. And it's another one that has a nice melding of like fresh and sweet together, works extremely well all year. Profundo, one of my favorites. Number 7, Ralph's Club Elixir. Now this is one of those ones that kind of like, if you know, you know, right? Your average person probably doesn't know this one as much as some of the other big ones in the list. Makes use of iris, very high quality, another one that's extremely easy to pull off as well. You can wear it casually, you can wear it in more formal, dressy situations. And if you've smelled like only the original Ralph's Club, the Eau de Parfum, you may think, well, I don't want the Elixir, I don't just want like a stronger version of that. It's not. So even if you don't like the original Ralph's Club, check out the Elixir. Number 6, why Eau de Parfum? So you may say, come on, dude, that's not an essential. Why Eau de Parfum? Okay, I get it. It's a blue fragrance. Yeah, it's a blue fragrance. So you might say, well, that's boring nowadays. But why Eau de Parfum just ticks all the boxes. That's why it's an essential, at least for me. Easy to wear, yes. Year round, yes. Summer, spray on less, but yes. Performance, yes. Fresh, sweet combo, yes. And you can pull it off pretty much any situation. Daytime, nighttime, work, casual, date, it doesn't matter. And that DNA is enormously successful, of course. One of the most popular fragrances out there. And there are the other big blue fragrances as well. Bleu de Chanel, Sauvage, we all know that. So you could probably lump those in there with this one as well. Number 5, we're right there near the precipice, the top. Gentlemen, Reserve Privé. Reserve Privé is one of those scents that, like, if you've not smelled it for a while and then you go back to it and smell it again, it just blows you away all over again. It's one of those types of fragrances where you remember like, yeah, it's good. I know it's good. It's solid. But then you go back and spray it on, maybe if you haven't for a while because, you know, you've gone through summer and it's insanely, oppressively hot to the point that you are actively losing your mind. I wouldn't know anything about that. But maybe it's been a while, so it starts to cool down, you go spray the fragrance on again, you're just like, whoa, I forgot it was that good, my God. That's Reserve Privé. That boozy, nutty iris vibe that it has, man, it is just top-notch stuff. Number 4, Luna Rossa Black. Now I did a video a little while back talking about the original bottling of Luna Rossa Black versus if you buy a brand new bottle today and the differences. And there are some differences between the two, but it's not enough to like get crazy worked up about. And realistically, nobody's gonna know the difference. It's just for weird people like me who wanna spray one on here and one on here and just spend all day doing this. Is that normal? No. That was me reenacting smelling the fragrances, not doing like a weird kind of run or something. So Luna Rossa Black, really unique smelling compared to most stuff out there. Nice, sweet fragrance, deep, mysterious, sexy. I feel like it's one you gotta own, at least for me. Top 3 now, Boss Bottled Absolute. Whew, this stuff is stupid good. Now, Boss Bottled Elixir, that was really well done. But Absolute, even better. A little bit like Carlisle from Parfums de Marly. It's kind of like a designer Carlisle to an extent. The performance, the sex appeal, compliment factor, amazing evening out fragrance. It makes my voice crack like I'm going through puberty. That was on purpose. You believe me, right? Boss Bottled Absolute, absolutely top notch. Number 2 is a Rabanne Invictus Victory Elixir. This is stupid good. If you like vanilla in fragrances, especially that modern kind of vanilla, that like zingy, fizzy vanilla, this is one of the best. It does smell a little bit like an amalgamation of a bunch of other popular fragrances thrown into a blender. You know, the original Invictus Victory, some Le Beau Le Parfum, stuff like that, just kind of put together. But I don't care because it works, it smells amazing, it lasts, it gets compliments, it does what I want it to. Number one, and this is irrefutable. Can't refute this. Dior Homme Intense. Now I know, a lot of people are gonna be like, bro, when am I gonna wear Dior Homme Intense? Fair enough. But when it comes to designer fragrances, for me, this is close to the pinnacle of just overall mastery. It is not for 99.9% of people an everyday fragrance. It just isn't. But it is very strong. It's extremely unique for most people when they smell it. It is different. The iris at the forefront of the fragrance, just attention grabbing, creamy, sexy, deep. It's an amazing scent. And obviously Dior is kind of going a different direction with like Dior Homme Parfum, the new version. But while you can still get Dior Homme Intense, man, it's just one of the best things you'll smell, for me. That being said, if you're looking for compliments, versatility, everything else, you can move that one on down the list and choose one of the other ones instead. So that'll do it for me. 25 different must-own designer fragrances ranked from essential to supporting cast. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.